Ayo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated online premium educational platform available today. And if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to not only the right place, you've come to the place. But before we get started, I would first like to thank our partners over at Benzinga. For those that don't know, Benzinga offers their own educational product and tools, yet still fully endorses the TTG platform for the massive added value that it provides for their members and community. We are grateful to Benzinga for the opportunity to further educate their community and to offer the Benzinga Pro newsfeed and Squawk, which is worth over $1,400 a year to all of our TTG members for free as part of your $1,271 TTG annual membership. I'd like to now read you guys a quick message from the Benzinga founder and CEO, Jason Raznick. To better serve our Benzinga community, we partnered up with the education team over at True Trading Group. If you're looking for great lessons and a fantastic community, we recommend checking them out. Sincerely, Jason Raznick. There you guys have it, guys. There is the endorsement from the team over at Benzinga. All right, so there you go. If you guys are here from Benzinga, you are in the right place. Now, without further ado, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, folks. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live for free on this YouTube channel where myself and other TTG Pro traders and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide free lessons and education that's going to help you become a better trader. Take a moment, smash that like button, guys, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to share this stream on your own social media. We're live right now on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Let's reach out, let's educate, let's empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. My goal on all these lives is to educate you, provide you with lessons that can help you become a better trader. But why should you listen to anything that I have to say when I do these lives? Guys, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I started my career working for a fund in New York City in 2007, my very first job out of college. And then later, 1 year later, 2008 was the great housing crisis, the subprime mortgage mess, the stock market crash, the Great Recession. But it was during that time that I actually went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. But before they ever let me touch even $1 of their money, I first had to go through an intensive trading program. I had access to some of the top trading tools, and I was part of a community of like-minded traders, and that is exactly what the True Trading Group platform is based on now here today. Tonight's live stream is going to go down as follows, folks. We're going to start things off with a 20-minute Q&A, allow some time for people to log on. Then we're going to be going into this week's stock market outlook. I will be going over exactly what I am looking for and how myself and the TTG family intend on making money this week. We got a busy week, guys. Don't forget Jackson Hole meeting with the Fed. That starts up on the 26th. We're going to talk all about that here tonight, guys, on this live stream. What to listen for, what can make markets go higher, what can make markets pull back. Everything you guys need to know, we're going to discuss here on this live stream. Now, listen up, listen good. We're about to start that Q&A session in a minute from now. You have myself, a pro trader with about 17 years of experience, saying, ask me anything. So start typing your questions in chat, guys, regarding markets, general trading questions, whatever it is. There's no such thing as a stupid question. The only thing that was stupid is for you to not ask the question that you have. I also had a day 1, and if I didn't ask questions, I don't think I would have had a day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. So without any further ado, folks, start typing your questions right in chat right now, and let's begin that Q&A. All right, folks, don't be shy. Fire away, guys. Ask those questions. What do you got? When you say added a stock, does that mean to a long-term portfolio? I mean, I guess it depends on the context. Depends on the context. You know, when I buy a stock in my long-term portfolio, I do say I added this stock to my long-term portfolio. But when a trader says I added to ABCD, they might be just meaning that they've made a current position bigger. So I guess it depends on the context, you know, it really just depends on the context. You can say, hey guys, I added ABCD to my long-term portfolio. That would mean I've initiated a position in my long-term portfolio. But if someone says, hey guys, I added to XYZ, that might mean that you already own XYZ and you just bought more, you made your position bigger. How do you handle gap ups and downs when an option plays when stop loss is met? Casey Jones, there is no way for you to deal with gap ups and gap downs when you're trading options because the options will not trade pre-market. You are at the mercy when you're trading options. You're at the mercy of pre-market activity. You're at the mercy of gap ups and gap downs. So you can have a stock has a big gap up or a big gap down, which would be triggering your stop loss, but you're not going to be able to exit the option until the market actually opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern when the option contracts begin trading. So the equity markets, you can actually begin trading prior to that. Prior to the open, you have a pre-market session, which will open up around 4 a.m. Eastern. And then a lot of retail firms kind of kick on access around like 7 or 8 a.m. Eastern, and then the market officially opens 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So you could trade equities and stocks prior to 9:30, but you cannot trade options until the opening bell rings at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So there is nothing you can do. It's just that is one of the risks of options trading. Question, how much do you rely on 100 and 200-day moving averages when looking at entry sell points on highly volatile stocks? Michael, I rely on them heavily, actually. But every trade setup is going to be completely different. So with regards to the 100 and 200-day moving average, I also rely heavily on the 50-day moving average as well on the daily chart. These are moving averages that should only really be used on daily charts or even weekly charts. You should not be using a 100 or 200-day moving average on an intraday chart. Okay, you should not be using them on an intraday chart. Guys, these simple moving averages, the 100-day, the 200-day moving averages, simple moving averages, SMA, which is what your question is about, Michael, for those that just do not know. These are just a very basic, simple technical indicator that most traders do use that just literally compile the last 200-day closing prices of a particular stock, and they plot it in a moving average. That's literally, they plot it like on a line, and every day that line will update and will adjust based on them. So on the, today's, so let's say tomorrow you have a stock goes through its trading day for tomorrow. So it'll always factor in the last 100 days for the 100-day moving average. So the 101th day gets dropped off out of the equation and the new day gets added. And then so on and so on and so on. And it just that 100-day average will just continue. Same thing for the 200-day moving averages. Very, very common technical indicators that traders use. However, do not fall so madly and deeply in love with any indicator, not just the 100 and 200-day moving averages, because sometimes the 200-day moving average and the 100-day moving average or the 50-day moving average, sometimes it can be the holy grail. Okay, sometimes those levels will hold perfectly. Other times they're completely irrelevant. So the thing about technical indicators, please, any amateur trader that is out there listening to this live stream right now, please stop looking for the greatest indicator that's going to always work. There is no such thing. There is not a special indicator or a special pattern that works all of the time. It does not exist. A lot of amateur traders will spend their entire career searching for that answer, and they keep trying to okay, I'll rely on this moving average and then screw that. I'll rely on VWAP, screw that. I'll rely on Fibonacci, screw that. I'll rely on the MACD, screw that. The answer to the secret that you are all searching for is that you have to be able to understand how to use all of these indicators in conjunction with one another. That's one of the biggest things that I learned when I was trading at the fund in New York. It's that it's not one indicator. It's not like this special little secret or this special indicator that works better than the others. It's understanding how all of these indicators work in conjunction with one another to provide you with high probability patterns and setups, identifying, resistance levels, support levels, by understanding what all of these different indicators are telling you, because there's going to be sometimes that VWAP is going to hold as support almost seemingly to the penny throughout a trading day. There's going to be other times the stock's going to go right through it like it's not even there. And that same thing goes true for the 100-day moving average, the 200-day moving average. The same thing holds true for Fibonacci levels, for Bollinger Bands, for MACD, for RSI, for, any single indicator that you guys can possibly think of. The same holds true for that. So don't rely too heavily on one pattern or one indicator. it's important to understand how they all work together to provide you with good setups. But yes, the 100 and 200-day moving average, two of the most commonly used moving averages on longer time frame charts. Any advice to grow an account under $1,000? Okay, Justin Davis. Yes, I have tons of advice for you to grow a small account. Okay, plenty of advice. I have several videos on the TTG platform. I have conducted a handful of live workshops and live webinars that help our members specifically grow small accounts. Okay, specifically, I've done several workshops. There's several hours of educational video content that will help you guys grow a small account. I could literally be on here, honestly, Justin, I could be on here for the next 5 hours just talking to you about tips and advice on growing a small account. I'll give you a couple of real short, quick ones. First and foremost, walk before you run. Understand that people that grow small accounts, like a 3-figure account into a 5-figure account, that is done by building that account up slowly with singles and doubles over time, not by risking your entire account, YOLOing it into an AMC option or a GME option, and then you get a 5,000% gainer, and all of a sudden your $200 account is worth 10 grand. That is not the way that most traders with small accounts grow those accounts. So do not swing for the fences. Stick to good risk management. Learn how to trade options. Options is a phenomenal tool for traders with small accounts because it allows you leverage to trade and capitalize on volatility and movement in stocks that you normally would not have the buying power to capitalize on. Like, you know, a $200 stock, a $100 stock, a $400 stock. If you only have $500 in your trading account, you're not going to be able to trade those stocks, but you can trade the options of those stocks. So in True Trading Group, actually, every time that because I trade everything. I trade small caps, mid caps, large caps, options. We trade everything inside of True Trading Group. We also day trade and we swing trade. There's 7 other teaching moderators aside from myself in chat that are answering questions, identifying opportunities, calling out trades. But whenever I go into a large cap trade, I'll always give you a coinciding option trade to go with it. So if I say like, hey guys, I'm going long Tesla, like let's say I buy Tesla stock, I'll give you an option contract to go along with that. So for those traders that have smaller accounts that can't follow along by purchasing the stock itself, you can go ahead and buying a call option. I'll tell you guys in my trade alerts, I'm like, hey guys, I'm long at $675. And, you know, you guys can look at the September 3rd expiration, or, well, Tesla wouldn't have September 3rd. But September 3rd is a Monday, isn't it? So Tesla would be, oh no, September 3rd is a Friday. Yeah, September 3rd is Friday because Tesla's weekly. So yeah, I'd say September 3rd, you know, $680 strike call option. And that would allow traders that want to follow along with me on that trade, would allow them to be able to do so because I'll give you guys an option to go ahead with that. So it's very, very possible, Justin, for you to grow your small account. Hold on. Very possible for you guys to grow a small account. I would also suggest learning how to trade options, like I said, but go through our courses first when it comes to trading options, because although options are fantastic with small accounts because it does give you much bigger percentage gains, also does carry extra risk as well. So I want to make sure that I always tell everybody when they first join True Trading Group and they've never traded options before. Okay. I also tell people when they've never traded options before is to go on the simulator and trade options. Okay, never mind. To go on the simulator and to trade options on the simulator first before you start trading real money, to get an idea of how the option contracts move and the risk involved in option contracts. Because the biggest mistake that I see amateur traders make when they start trading options is that they don't actually understand the risk and they get they get too big of a position size. I'll be a teaching member soon. I'm improving with these streamings. You and your team are doing a great job. Nice, Raphael. Looking forward to trade with you. Look, guys, tonight Look, guys, tonight I'll attempt to convert you into TG members. However, the value that we give away for free nightly on these streams is vast and unrivaled. And honestly, it's just a fraction of what we offer inside of the TG platform. So yeah, there's a lot of people that come on these live streams. Like I said, my goal on every one of these live streams is to literally just educate you, help you guys, get some lessons that can really help you implement in your trading. And there's a lot of people that are on these live streams that have actually already become better traders just simply on what they're learning on the live streams. And that's the power of a professional education. But this is the tip of the iceberg. You guys have to understand something. If you watch one of my live streams and you learn something and you're like, wow, okay, that makes sense. I didn't know that before. I thought I knew this. Apparently I was doing it wrong. Now I understand this. This is the tip of the iceberg. You got 5 miles deep of ice below the water that you guys can't see yet. This is maybe 10% of the education that you guys would get as a full-time member of True Trading, of going through all the courses, going through the video library, having access to all the tools, the resources that are included on the platform. There's so much more that goes along to it. So if you guys are getting value from the live streams, imagine if you're becoming a better trader just from the live streams, imagine if you were part of the team for real. How much do it take to make a decent amount, like $5,000? Justin Davis, I mean, why $5,000? Why $5,000? Like why? Where is that number coming from? Is that a lot of money? What happens at $5,000? What happens at $5,000? Are you talking about $5,000 in a day, $5,000 in a week, $5,000 in a month, $5,000 in a year? What if I teach you how to fish regardless of how much money that you're starting with? Because regardless of how much money that you're starting with, the real thing that you guys want to be able to get to a point is of self-efficiency. You want to be able to identify your own trades. You want to be able to make money from your own trade ideas, not just rely upon somebody else. And that's my goal at True Trading. My goal, listen, you guys can follow all of my trades. You can follow all of the moderator trades. I tell you on the microphone, I'm on the microphone live during the day. So there were the other moderators, just like I'm talking to you now. I talk to my members all day long. Our moderators are talking all day long. And I tell everybody on the microphone what I'm going to do before I actually do it. Okay. Like literally, I come on the microphone and I say, hey guys, I think they're support at $10. I'm looking for a pullback into 10.25. I'm a buyer at 10.20. My stop loss is going to be 9.50. I'm going to take some profit off at 11, 11.75, and 12.50. Like I will say that on the microphone before I actually enter the trade. So you can follow along with my trades very, very easily if you would like. But my real goal is for you to become a self-sufficient trader and be able to identify your own opportunities and be able to capitalize on your own trade ideas, because that's when your true potential can be reached. How much money does it take to make a decent amount, like $5K? We have members that have started with $100 in their account and have made $5K. I have members that have started with $300 in their account and they've grown it to $30K. We've got traders that started with $500 and have grown it to $40K. So I mean, you don't need a large amount of money in order to make significant money trading. It's a very common misconception. Now, listen, it's not easy. It's not like a get rich quick scheme overnight. You're just going to turn $500 into 40 grand. No, you got to be willing to bust your ass and work for it and actually learn a new skill. But it's a very common misconception that I feel holds a lot of people back, where they say, oh man, I've only got $500. It's not worth it for me to get started. And that's really just simply not true. And if you guys don't believe me, watch this. I will literally prove this point right now. Guys, anyone that is a member of True Trading Group, if you started with less than $100 in your account, do me a favor right now, if you don't mind, comment in chat, what did you start with and where are you now today? Okay, so just give me, hey, what did you start with? Where are you now here today? I want you guys, seriously, anyone that's not a member, pay very close attention to the comments that are about to come through chat right now. These are going to be TTG members that are telling you that they started with less than $1,000 in their account, and they'll share with you guys where they are now here today. Mark Zins from $820 to $2,800. D. Ackley from $100 to $3,900. James Jones, $500, currently at $4,500. Eggman 77, $500 is now at 11,000. Bruce, 500, started with $500, made $1,500 just this last Friday. Metal, 500 to 1,700. Jared Kane, 500 up to 2,100 since June. $500 to, wow, Tom Gallant, $500 in August of 2020, and in 1 year, just hit his 1 year mark with True Trading Group. Now at $36,000 from a $500 account. The Huskies Giants started with $100 on Monday, became a member on Monday with a $100 account, is now at $350. Mo Money started with $3,000 and is now very close to the $100,000 mark. That's incredible. Diane Fig, $100 up to $5,000. Della Norton from $500 to $2,000 in 1 month. This is incredible. Donna from $10K to $25K. Stephen Wilbur, $1,500 to $12,000. Ronnie, $500 to $7,500. Guys, Todd, $250, up over $1,000 in just 1 month. Results matter. Okay? Results matter. This is why, like, I can sit here and I can tell you, hey guys, yeah, you don't need a lot of money to make money trading, but it doesn't mean anything coming from me. I trade with a large account. It's going to be real easy for me to sit here and say, hey guys, yeah, you only need a couple $100 and you can make money. Well, it means more when you're hearing it directly from people that have accomplished exactly what you are trying to accomplish here today. And that's why I like asking my teaching members, let them answer your questions, right? Let them answer your questions, But listen, I'll always shoot you guys straight on my live streams. I don't sugarcoat anything. I am fully transparent with everything inside of True Trading Group. And the reality of the matter is, not all of my teaching members are making money. Not all of them, okay? The facts are, the statistics are, over 80% of our members are successful. This is according to a recent survey that we conducted with our members in the first week of July. Over 80% of our members are making money or becoming a better trader. Now, that still means just under 20% are still struggling. But inside of True Trading Group, we leave no trader behind, and that's why we host Red to Green workshops every month. This is where our struggling members get to submit questions and topics that they're having problems with. And our moderators and I, we cover and go over those lessons and topics in a live workshop for all of the members that are struggling. We record the session and we load it up, onto the TGG platform. Our next Red to Green workshop is this Wednesday, the 25th. Guys, that is this Wednesday, August 25th. Okay, this Wednesday, August 25th is our next Red to Green workshop. All right, TC fam, all the info for the next Red to Green workshop will be available in your dashboard tomorrow. In grow a small account, you recommend trading low risk volatile stocks at first. What screener values would be good to use to find stocks that meet that criteria? What screener values? I mean, you're going to still use the same screeners. I would still use the same screeners. You're going to be talking about, top gainers. You're going to be talking about volume. You're going to be talking about, leading gappers, new high of the day, unusual volume. These are going to be also the same values in your scan that you're going to look for. It's just going to be a matter of volatility. Like one thing you can check, if you want to look at the size of the float, obviously the smaller the float, the more volatile that stock is most likely going to be. So if you have a float that's, let's say, is less than 10 million shares, that's probably going to be a pretty volatile stock. So you can maybe add a scan value or add a column into your scanner for float size. But even float size is not a 100% fail-safe thing when it comes to volatility or no volatility. I've seen stocks with very large floats be very volatile. I've seen stocks with very small floats not be volatile. So it's really going to be a matter of once your scan picks up a particular stock, Al, you're going to look at that stock and then you're going to dictate based on what the stock is doing, how volatile is the stock? Are these candles, the price movements, the price that these things are putting in, that the stock is putting in, are these very wide range candles? Is this stock moving $2, $3, $4 at a time? Or is it moving 10, 15, 20 cents at a time? So that'll help you kind of gauge the volatility of the stock. Also, guys, real quick, speaking of Speaking of scanners, I got a message today. A little birdie told me something today. I heard a rumor that all TTG members may be getting real-time scanners they can edit and save and share this week. Okay, all streaming, all real-time, the best parts of FinViz and Trade Ideas. I don't know, just what I heard from a little birdie. Look, everyone's super excited. It's just a little birdie. A little birdie told me this. Somebody goes, is that birdie named Shug? We offer trade ideas now. So we offer trade ideas now. So the trade ideas scanner is included with your TTG membership. It's broken down between small caps, mid caps, and large caps. Shows you stocks making new highs, new lows, stocks that give you unusual volume surges. All of that is included in True Trading Group now. Okay, that's included with True Trading Group now. So this is something a little bit extra that I heard that by later this week, TTG members are going to get real-time scanners that they can actually edit and save and share. So this way you can have different members can actually edit and share, or different moderators too can edit scanners and share certain scanner setups with other TTG members. So it's going to be pretty badass. Yo, Drit, she doesn't understand. Drit goes, yo, I'm so stoked. I'm telling my girl I'm all excited, and she's looking at me like I just lost my mind. She won't look at you like you lost your mind when you guys go on that extravagant vacation that she's been wanting to go on. I love it, man. I love it. Mike, how are you able to predict when halts and squeezes are going to happen? Because I am from the future. No, I'm only kidding. So how do you predict when halts are going to come? Let's take this one at a time. Halts first. Let's talk about halts. You can tell a stock is about to halt by looking at level 2. Level 2 will tell you when a stock is about to halt. Now, what is a volatility halt in the first place? Let's talk about that for those people that are maybe new. When a stock moves too far, too fast, a circuit breaker triggers on the stock exchange and they halt trading in the stock. They pause the trading. They suspend the trading just for a little while. It allows the market makers time to catch up to all the order flow that they're receiving. Essentially, what starts to happen is the stock is moving too quickly for the market makers to keep an orderly market. A market maker's job is to maintain an orderly market. But if the price of the stock is moving too fast, they sometimes have a difficult time matching the order flow, which provides for way too much price volatility. So they halt the stock, allow the market makers to take all that order flow in, reprice the stock, rematch, and then start to fill those orders again. They reopen the stock for trade. Before that halt actually occurs, what you will see happen inside of level 2 is the bid and the ask are going to come to the same price. Now, that doesn't happen, okay? The bid and the ask will usually be either 1 cent apart or anything much bigger. So anywhere from 1 cent to, several dollars apart in the spread. You'll see right before the stock halts, the bid and the ask come to the same price. All the market makers come to the same price on one side of the market. Like you'll see like 8 different market makers. They're all at the same price. And then all of a sudden, a ton of volume will go through at that particular price. I'm talking thousands and thousands and thousands of shares are going off. So if you're looking at the time and sales, you see all these trades are going off, but the market makers aren't moving. They're not moving. They're just sitting there stuck like this. They're just stuck. That's when you know the stock is about to halt. When you see that, you probably only have 5 to 10 seconds before the stock actually halts. I think it's first come, first serve. You can try to get your order in there. And if you get an execution before the stock actually halts, great. Sometimes you get stuck in the halt. Okay. Sometimes you get stuck in the halt. Hotkeys are definitely suggested if you're going to be trading stocks that are going to halt like that, because you want to try to get out prior to the halt. At least I try to get out prior to halts, unless, the stocks are like halting to the upside. Sometimes I'll just sit in it sometimes. But if you get a stock that's like going to the downside and is about to halt, I usually don't sit through that. I try to get out before we get a downward halt. I don't want to be stuck in a downward halt, and hotkeys will be able to help you get out. Oh, next, the part two of that. Any thoughts on Pfizer, fam? Memphis, yeah, I like Pfizer long term. It's in my long term portfolio, dividend paying stock, huge pipeline of drugs. It's not just about COVID with Pfizer. I like Pfizer. It's in my long term portfolio. Now, the second part of that last person's question about how do you know when a stock's going to squeeze, you don't listen. It's not that I know when a stock is going to squeeze. I don't know when a stock is going to squeeze. I have pretty good inclinations and probabilities of when stocks are going to squeeze or not. And the biggest thing that I look for, honestly, for a stock to squeeze is I look for several areas of failed breakouts. The more times a stock fails to break out, the more heavily that stock is going to be shorted. I just try to look at the stock from the other side. Like, okay, if I was shorting this stock, where would I be shorting? And the more opportunities that I see throughout a trading day or throughout a week or so that a stock looks like it's failed, I'm like, wow, that's a really good place to short. But the stock doesn't go down. It actually still stays there and starts to move higher. That's going to be a sign to me like, ooh, okay. I think that a lot of traders came in, they shorted it here on that failed breakout, and now it's still hanging together. The more times I see that, the more instances I see that, the more I kind of feel like a short position is being built in it. And, there's no way for you to get real-time short data. So like at, let's say 10:13 a.m. Eastern, there's not a service in the world. I know a lot of people claim to have like, oh, real-time short data. It's not. All of it's delayed. To know exactly how many shares are sold short at that particular time. So you're always going to be relying on some delayed data. And because you're not really taking into account how many shares are being shorted today, and there's a lot of times, especially with these small caps, a lot of times the small cap short squeezes are not short positions that have been built over the last several months. Like GameStop, AMC, Clove, those were short squeezes on short positions that have been built over several months of time. Some of them even over a year of short positions being built bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as institutions were betting against the companies to fail. Small caps, you can have a stock that doesn't trade at all. The stock trades 100,000 shares a day. It's non-existent. There's no trading volume. Then all of a sudden the stock trades 100 million shares in a single day because of some press release. Now, someone's going to go and they're going to look at that, and I might be looking at that stock. It might be 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, guys, really keep an eye on this. We might get a squeeze this afternoon. And then someone that really doesn't know what they're talking about because maybe they're new, not their own fault, but they'll be like, Mike, what do you mean a short squeeze? I just looked on FinViz or Yahoo Finance. They said only 2% of the float is short. So how can you have a short squeeze? Yeah, 2% of the float might be short as of 14 days ago. That's really delayed data you're looking at on Yahoo Finance. FinViz, same thing, delayed data. You're not taking into account the short position that was built on the stock today. How many traders came in and shorted that stock today? That's the position that I think is going to get squeezed out. So that's what I look for. I look for opportunities where it looks like these breakouts have failed, where I knew if I was a short seller, I would say that's a sign of weakness. I'm going to jump on that and I'm going to attack it. Pfizer gained almost $2 in after-hours action on Friday due to news of FDA approval being announced on Monday or sometime next week. Do you see this being a buy to rumor sell the news event? Let's pull up the chart real quick. All right, we'll pull up the chart here real quick. Pfizer has had one hell of a year. Okay, Pfizer has had one hell of a year. But the main thing that I want to talk to you guys about real quick. So here's Pfizer. All right, you take a look at Pfizer in January. One hell of a year, from $36 up to 52. We're currently at 51. So it's been strong as all hell. Strong as all hell. The need for a booster shot for the COVID vaccine that gave another boost. Now possible full FDA approval gives it another boost. But the thing about Pfizer, guys, I got to be honest with you. If the FDA tomorrow was like, hey, guys, we're taking Pfizer's vaccine COVID vaccine off the market. We're gonna deny it. Yeah, the stock would go down. I still wouldn't sell Pfizer because Pfizer as a company, the COVID-19 vaccine means this much to Pfizer as a company. It means this much to Pfizer. It means that much. Okay. Pfizer is a massive company with a massive drug pipeline. If they were unable to sell their COVID-19 vaccine, it would not be the end of the world for that company. It would not be a death sentence for them. Now, there's a lot of other very small biotech companies that are trying to get vaccines out there or trying to get therapeutics out there that all they really have to rely on is their vaccine or their therapeutic, where they don't have other drug pipelines. That's not true for Pfizer. That's not true for Johnson & Johnson, right? Johnson & Johnson has gotten horrible press around their vaccine, right? That stock's at all-time highs. That stock's at all-time highs. Do you think the stock is at all-time highs from their COVID-19 vaccine? No, it's not. It's not. It's really not. And I have news for you guys. Neither is Moderna. Now, Moderna's COVID-19 move was back here. That was their COVID-19 move. This is much more. This is the investing public realizing that Moderna is not just a COVID vaccine play. It is a technology play that can completely revolutionize the way that the healthcare industry attacks different disease and different virus. It's not just their vaccine. It's the method of how they deliver the vaccine is why the investing public is starting to realize how much bigger of an opportunity there is here with the technology behind Moderna. This is not just because of their vaccine. So when you guys are looking at investing in biotech companies, very, very important you understand what's going on from the company, what is their pipeline. I do not believe that it's going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation for Pfizer. And even if Pfizer does pull back off of this, it is not something that I think is a sell. Okay. I believe in the long-term profitability of Pfizer. Not only is Pfizer at new all-time highs, but folks, if I take it to a weekly chart and we pan this all the way out, we have just broken above a major resistance level from the early 90s. That was a major resistance level. Now that we've broken above that, if you get a pullback back towards 45, I think that's a buy. So, I don't know if I'm looking for a buy the rumor, sell the news. I think if anyone is not long Pfizer, if you're not long Pfizer, I've owned Pfizer since, for years. I've owned Pfizer since like back here. And they pay a really nice dividend as well. So if you don't own Pfizer and you're looking for an entry opportunity, I think 45, 46 is a really good area to start grabbing it, because that's going to be that previous resistance from 1999 to 2000. All right, guys, listen, and everything that I'm covering with you guys right now, everything I'm going over right now, like on the chart, I'm talking for some people that are on this live stream, you might be brand new. And some of these things that I'm saying to you, you might feel like, oh man, this is way over my head. What is this guy talking about? I don't understand what he's saying. Don't worry about it, gang. I assure you, I teach you every single thing it is that I explain to you on these live streams. If you do not understand it now, give it some time, go through the courses, join the group, and I promise you'll be able to understand this stuff like the back of your hand. It is what we do. I teach you guys all of this stuff. I didn't know this stuff either, I didn't know this stuff either when I first got hired and I was working at the hedge fund. I was taught all of this stuff. You guys have to understand something. My very first job out of college was working for this fund in New York City. I didn't know how to trade prior to that. For the first 3 months of my employment, literally for the first 3 months of me taking the PATH train into the World Trade Center, going down to work on William and Wall Street, and for the first 3 months, I sat in like a classroom style setting, and different traders and analysts from the fund would come in each week and teach us different topics. I couldn't trade yet until I went through that program. So it's like, I didn't understand any of this stuff either back then, but I do now. And that's going to be the same here with all of you. Okay. The courses and everything that I teach you guys in True Trading Group is a simplified version of the stuff that I learned when I was working at the fund in New York. Okay. So rest assured, you guys make sure you know that you're getting yourself a professional education. No gimmicks, no bullshit secrets, right? That I've uncovered a secret that nobody else in the world knows about. I promise you, the trader at Goldman Sachs doesn't even know this pattern exists. I'm going to teach it to you. Such BS. Please don't fall for that garbage. Okay. Please don't fall for that garbage. Guys, that just about does it there for our Q&A. Excellent Q&A session. I hope you guys got something out of it. I hope you got real value and learned something out of that. Thank you for all of you that were asking questions. It helps. It really does help. There's a lot of people on here that really, trust me, if you have a question, somebody else on this live stream has the same question. So it's very helpful when you guys do step forward and ask those questions. You're not shy about it. It's my pleasure to answer all those questions for you. Listen up. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, if I did not get to your question, don't worry about it. I do this 6 nights a week. So all you got to do, make sure you click the subscribe button and the notification bell icon. Never miss out on any one of these live streams. And we are just getting started on this live, folks. Okay. Speaking of new people or non-members, I'd like to see what we're working with here. Guys, do me a favor. If you're not a member or this is your very first live stream, type the number 1 in chat right now. You ever look at Google Charts? Yes, of course. I always look at Google Charts. Don't be shy, guys. Type the number 1 if you're new or you're not a member. We got Clayton. Whoa. Okay, you guys are all flying through here. That's a lot of number 1s. Hold on. Clayton Karan, Robert Hall, Deep Springs, Villagus Designs, Alicia Neo, Father Guido, Brett Telligan, Jane Deslauriers, Rita, Justin Davis. Thanks for that question, Justin. John and Lynn, Gerv, Bob Mantell, Christopher Daring, Gary Meany, Geraldine Butler, David Carlstedt. How many people tease you about Gerard Butler? Geraldine Butler. Moses Kennedy, Angie Sweet, Alex Clayman, North Carolina Air Gunner. Welcome back. Steve Santos, Rodney Austin, Bruce Brown, Sanjay, Kenny Battles, Manpreet Singh, Corlada, Alan Wu, Ant, Mike B. I love it. Sereno, E. Hollowell, LaMonica, Mike B. I felt like I was that boxer announcer there for just a second. Peter Parker, Spider-Man's in the house. Ronnie, I like it. Sherry, Gum Springs Farm, Ben J. Harris, what's up, brother? Felicia Paulson, Aisha, what is good? Everyone, type the number 1. Welcome, all of you. Guys, welcome to the TTG live stream. Remember, guys, for those that do not know, TTG is the highest rated and fastest growing premium educational platform for traders. That's all about results because, frankly, results flat out matter. We help people reach their goals of becoming consistently profitable traders by combining top-notch education with premium tools from companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, and more. And we are a community that shares the same goal, and that's to learn, trade, and profit together in that order. If you guys watch my live streams for a while, you know we've been steadily walking our price up towards $2,000, eventually over for a 1-year membership. We've been doing this by moving the price up a couple of bucks every day till we cross $2,000. The 1-year membership is normally $2,212 for the year, but from now until midnight tonight, Pacific time, you can actually save 42% on that membership. It's our back to school end of summer sale and pay only $1,272. It's about $3.50 a day, folks. That's less than a cup of coffee. And the next 27 people to join True Trading Group will get themselves a brand new free laptop. We even cover the shipping costs for you. We had 50 laptops on Friday. We've got 27 of them left. I can't guarantee you guys, these are probably going to be gone here by midnight. Everybody loves a free electronic. I don't know why everybody loves free stuff, but the next 27 people to join by using the coupon code. Hear me out. The coupon code is TTG121. Again, TTG121. That's going to get you the 42% discount, and the next 27 people to use that code get a brand new free laptop. The laptop is our gift to you for joining the family. We even do cover the shipping costs. We do ship globally. We have members all over the world. TTG, we're over 7,000 members. We have members in Japan, Philippines, Australia, the Netherlands, UK, Italy, Spain, Mexico, Brazil, Canada, you name it. We've got members literally all over the world, and we do ship those laptops anywhere. As long as DHL goes there, folks. Laptop coming your way. It's going to be either an Asus, Acer, Dell, or HP laptop. Maybe your kid needs it for back to school. Maybe you need it for work. Maybe your spouse needs it, whatever. It's yours. It's yours free if you join the THD family, okay? The next 27 people will use that coupon code. I also want you to think of TTG as the Netflix of trading communities, because when you pay one price, that $12.72, you get access to literally everything we have, okay? So included in your membership is going to be our entire curriculum. It's a 17-course curriculum. This is the simplified version of the stuff I learned working at the fund. It's broken down into beginner and foundation courses. Then you have advanced courses. There's also courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, how to trade in a down market. Everyone's gotten very used to trading in up markets, right? But a course there that will help you trade when we do have a down market. There's even a course that helps you do your taxes. You get access to every single course as a member of True Trading Group. There are no VIP or pro courses that cost you more money. When you join, you get access to every single course that we have. You also get access to Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed. That's a live breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of chat. You're going to be able to use Quote Media's full book level 2 that shows you all the market makers in level 2. That's also going to come with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with real-time data with fake money, so you can practice implementing what you've learned in the courses and prove you can make money before you risk your hard-earned cash. You also get access to TradingView's premium charting software, one of the top and highest, most commonly used charting softwares by active traders. You also get our Trade Ideas scanner. I told you about that earlier. Shows you stocks making new highs, new lows, have volume surges. It's segmented between small cap, mid cap, large cap. So regardless of what you trade, we can always make sure that you are focused on the best stocks that give you the highest chance to profit. Okay. All of these things are free with your membership. You do not pay extra for any of it. All you do is use coupon code THD121. You get the 42% discount, pay $12.72. That comes out to less than a cup of coffee a day, folks. And you're going to get a brand new free laptop, the first 27 people to use that code, and all those things I just said to you included. Of course, our chat room is included. That's where myself and the other THD moderators, we share our screen with you so you see what we see. We're live on the microphone calling out trades in advance of actually making them. My THD members, true or false, do I or do I not come on the microphone and tell everybody what I'm about to do before I actually do it? The way it goes down, I'll give you guys an example. Here we go. Let's fast forward to tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, I come in, I go, hey guys, okay, this ABCD, we just broke through the initial morning high. It looks like we got a little bit of support here at $10. I'm looking for a pullback, 1025 area. I'm going to be a buyer. My stop loss will be around 940. Okay, we got some support down there around 960, stop loss around 940. I'm looking to take profits off at 11, 1150, and 1250. Okay, guys, looking for a pullback, 1025. I'm a buyer. That is literally verbatim what I will say on the microphone tomorrow in chat. And then once my order actually executes, then you get the notification in chat. My order has now been filled. It gives you my entry price, my stop loss, and lets you guys know exactly what has just transpired. So that is what we do all day, every day inside of the True Trading Group chat room. We're also there with you the whole day. We're not just gone after 2 hours of the fend for yourselves. All of our professional trader moderators are in chat from pre-market till after hours, answering questions. You can send us direct messages during the day. We're calling out trades and telling you guys where we are identifying opportunities. And we are currently sporting well over an 80% win rate in chat, which means over 80% of the time that one of the THD moderators calls out a trade, it is a profitable one. We also do live workshops and webinars covering different topics. We do one-on-one mentor sessions with lifetime members. We do small private study groups. This is your chance, guys, in these study groups. It's really your chance to get that individualized attention from a THD mod, to ask questions and go over lessons and topics that you need help with to really help speed up that learning curve. Those small private study groups are a complete game changer to getting you guys headed in the right direction. Then we do a lot of giveaways and a lot of fun stuff with members. Anytime that True Trading Group gets 300 new members, we actually give away a brand new Tesla or $30,000 cash. The winner chooses cash at the car. There's nothing to it. All you need to do is be a member of True Trading Group. That's it. If you're a member, you guys have a chance to win a brand new Tesla or $30,000 every time we get 300 new THD members. Again, guys, coupon code THD121. You actually have to enter the coupon code. Like you can see on the screen, you actually have to type in TTG121, then click apply code to get the 42% discount. You'll know you're getting one of the 27 laptops. If you go to your checkout cart, you see the laptop in your checkout cart. That is how you know you're getting one of the laptops. If you go there and there is no laptop in your checkout, that means that we have completely sold out. And last but not least, I do offer you guys a money back guarantee because at the end of the day, like I said, results flat out matter. And because over 80% of our members are successful, I can confidently offer you a money back guarantee. Here's the deal. You commit to me, I'll commit to you. I put my money where my mouth is. It's time for you to do the same. So if you join True Trading Group, if you go through all of our courses, pass the quizzes that are at the end of the courses, and attend one of those private study groups, that's it. That's all I ask of you. Put in a little effort. Do those 3 things. If you do those 3 things and still do not make back your membership fee, which is $1,272 tonight, if you don't make that back at least once during your membership, I will give you a full refund. I'm not kidding. I will give you a complete refund. I'll give you all your money back. Everything I'm telling you is on the website, so you know you're getting exactly what I'm saying to you here now. That is how much I believe in the platform and the education and the community that we provide at True Trading Group, that I'm offering you that money back guarantee. We're also 5-star rated on Trustpilot. Go check us out. Well over 1,300 people have taken time out of their day to write us a review. Go read them. There's no better referral than one of your peers. All right. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. All right. Okay. All right, guys. What I would like to do here now, all right, first take a quick little sip of water because I'm a little parched. Do you only trade pennies? No, man. No. We trade everything in True Trading Group. In TTG, we trade small caps, mid caps, large caps, options. We day trade. We swing trade. We literally trade everything inside of True Trading Group. All right. Again, guys, it's not just me. TTG is not just me. You guys have to understand that. Okay. Yes, I'm the face you see on these live streams, but there are 7 other TTG pro trader moderators in chat that all have their own style, all have their own niche, that are calling out trades and identifying opportunities. We have traders that only trade options. We have traders that only swing trade. We have, there's literally something for everybody inside of True Trading Group. All our moderators are accessible. You can DM any one of them during the day in chat and ask them questions. They're there for you. Okay. All right. Okay, guys. So that just about wraps up that section of our live stream. What I would like to do here now is move things over to the overall markets. Let's talk about the stock market outlook. What I'm going to do real quick, I'm just going to check on the futures market. And we are slightly green. Slightly green. We're up just less than a quarter point. So up about 0.2%. The S&P futures are currently sitting at 4445, 4,445 and 25 cents now. Now we're starting to climb a little bit here. Let me break this down. I'm sorry. Yep, 4,445 and 25 cents. Okay, that's a futures market. Okay, that's your futures market. All right, so we're up slightly on the futures market. So let's go on over. Let's pull up the SPY. And let's talk about some levels. Okay. All right. So, guys, so here we have the SPY. Now, before we get into what I think is going to happen this week, we have a couple of key things that we have to point out. Something very important happened on Friday. Okay. And to understand what's going on in the markets and to be able to talk about how we're going to make money, what do we think the market's going to do? We first have to understand what is moving the markets, right? We have to understand what is moving the markets. Okay. Because the market goes through these waves of what news headlines does the market care about? You can get yourself into a lot of trouble if you think the markets are moving based on certain things or certain scenarios when that's not actually the case. Christopher, welcome. Guys, everyone welcome Christopher. All my TeachD members, give a big welcome to Christopher. the newest member of our TTG family. That means we now are down to 26 laptops. Okay, we had 27. We're now down to 26. All you guys got to do is use coupon code TTG121. You get the 42% discount, the brand new free laptop. It's literally totally free. We even cover the shipping cost and the money back guarantee. Don't forget that one. I put my money where my mouth is, folks. Commit to me and I'll commit to you. That's the deal. Sounds fair? Okay, so now let's talk about what's moving the markets, right? Because over the last couple of months, what has been moving the markets has changed. And you as a trader need to understand what are the key factors that are moving those markets. We went from COVID cases moving the markets, then it was vaccine progress moving the markets, then it was inflationary fears moving the markets, then it was the Delta variant, okay, surge in cases and global slowdown worrying the markets. Then it was the taper tantrum starting to worry the markets, right? That's where we are right now. We're at the taper stage of news headlines that are moving markets. Let's talk about that real quick, just briefly. Okay, just briefly. I'll even pull the chart away just for 1 second. Let's just talk about the taper real quick. There's a lot of people on here that maybe don't understand what's going on with the Fed. For those of you that do understand, if you've been watching my channel for a while, we talk about this a lot, what's going on from a global macro view of the markets. So just bear with me if you guys have been following me for a while, but let's do a little recap for those that are maybe just getting caught up on this, because this is very important for you to understand what's moving markets. The Federal Reserve is going through an asset purchase program. They've been doing this ever since 2020 to help stabilize credit markets and provide liquidity in different areas of the market that were an area of concern. They have been buying $120 billion worth of treasuries, mortgage-backed securities since 2020. Every single month, they're buying $120 billion worth of those assets. That's their asset purchase program. Okay. Now, that cannot go on forever. The Federal Reserve has said that as the market or as the economy reaches certain milestones and progresses to a point, they actually have not given definitive milestones, which gives them a lot more flexibility, and they're vague for a reason. But they're looking for substantial progress in the overall economy in order for them to start reducing the amount of which they're buying those assets. So this is called the taper. When you hear that word taper, that's what they're referring to. It's the Fed going from, instead of buying $120 billion in assets, maybe they go to buying 90, from 90, they go to 75, from 75 to 50, from 50 to 25, from 25 to 0. Eventually they're going to go to 0. They're going to go to buying 0, but they're not going to go from 125 to 0. They're going to go from, 120. They're going to go from 120 to 0. They'll go from 120 and start to just slowly walk that down. And that's the taper. Finally, Father Guido, welcome to the TTG family. Everybody welcome Father Guido. Father Guido has been a long-time YouTube watcher. Father Guido, it is my pleasure, brother, to have you part of the TTG family. Welcome, taking the leap, investing in yourself, my man. Investing in yourself, getting a real education. It's my pleasure and honor to be trading with you tomorrow. Everyone, welcome Father Guido. Guys, that means we are now down to 25 laptops. You just got to use coupon code TTG121. You'll get the free laptop. You get the 42% discount and that money back guarantee. Don't forget it. Okay? So that's the taper, right? That's the taper. That's what that means. There have been, last week, a couple of Fed members, 2 to be exact, have come out in public interviews and have said they believe that we need to taper now. That is what caused the markets to pull back last week. Now let's go back to the charts. This 3-day pullback, okay, was caused because 2 Fed members have said that they believe we should taper now. That's what caused that pullback. Now, what caused the bounce? Right? What caused the bounce? Another Fed member came out and publicly was stating, giving dovish comments or bullish comments Dovish comments from the Fed is bullish for the markets. Hawkish comments from the Fed is bearish for the markets. Dovish and hawkish, I don't know where these terms came from, why they're obsessed with animals like this, but just imagine a dove riding on a bull and a hawk and a bear hunting for prey. I don't know. I don't know why those are the terms that they use. But dovish means the Fed is accommodative, providing stimulus. Hawkish means the Fed is going to be tightening up on monetary policy and making things a little bit more difficult for equity markets to move higher. So hawkish and dovish. So one of the Fed members came out actually saying that it is not time for us to be tapering. This was literally Friday morning, pre-market Friday morning. This Fed member came out and said that he does not believe that it's time to be tapering, that the Delta variant, the rise in the Delta variant on a global scale has slowed the recovery down enough to where the Fed can be more patient with their taper. So we're at a pretty interesting area in the markets. We're back to where we were at the end of last year. And that is bad news is good news. Because bad news means the Fed is not going to go anywhere. Make no mistake about it, folks. The market rally from last year till now, present day, is 85% based on the liquidity and the stimulus provided by the Federal Reserve. This is a liquidity-based rally. Now, just over the last maybe couple months, you've had a little bit more of an earnings growth kind of help push the markets higher because we have had phenomenal earnings growth and earnings numbers over the last couple of months. So that's helped recently kind of push markets higher. But make no mistake about it, the reason why the markets are up here is mostly still because of the Fed. Okay, so as long as the longer the Fed stays, the longer the Fed remains dovish and provides stimulus, the more runway the markets have to move higher. So that's why we're at a point right now. Like that's why last year the markets were at all-time highs, but the whole economy was shut down, and everyone that's not a market participant, you're just your everyday person was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. That's why a lot of people got really hurt last year by making very poor financial decisions, by selling when the markets crashed, by shorting when the markets bounced, because they didn't understand the reason why the markets were going higher. They were saying, well, the whole economy is shut down, so how could anything be good? Let's sell everything. Let's short everything. Meanwhile, the markets kept moving higher to all-time highs because of the Federal Reserve. Okay, so this taper may or may not happen now. We don't know. But the reason why the markets bounced back so hard on Friday is because it calmed the market's fears. Oh, that's good. That was quick. That was really quick. Guys, props to Adam for very quickly getting together a picture of a dove riding a bull. That was lightning speed Photoshop, all for your viewing pleasure on the TeachD live stream. Okay, there you have it. All right. So those comments from that Federal Reserve member on Friday really helped ease the market's concerns, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what 2 or 3 or 4 Fed members are going to say. What matters is what is the majority opinion of the Federal Reserve. I believe there are 12 voting Fed members. There's 12 voting Fed members. And then, of course, you have Jerome Powell, and the buck stops with Jerome Powell. He's the lead singer of this band. And Jerome Powell has not said anything about that. Eric, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone, welcome Eric, TTG 121. TTG 121. Everyone, welcome Eric. We've got 24 laptops left, gang. Okay, you just have to use that coupon code. You'll get the free laptop, the money back guarantee, and the 42% discount. What do you have to lose? If you guys don't make back your membership fee at least once after doing those 3 things, I give you all your money back. Think about that. That's how confident I am this can work for you. Okay, so that eased market fears, and you got this bounce back. We also have not heard a single thing from Jerome Powell, and he's the one that matters. Now, You have the Jackson Hole meeting coming up August 26th to the 28th. Okay. Johans. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. Please ask my friend Johans to join live. He's watching and needs this. Johannes? Think I'm pronouncing that correctly? You got to join, man. You got to join. You got to join. Your buddy says you need this. Peter says you need this. If Peter says it, that's it, man. Peter's word is gold. Everybody, my TG fam, everybody tell Johannes to join TGD right now. We got a free laptop waiting for him. All right. Okay, so like I said, Jerome Powell, you're going to be looking for Jerome Powell, guys. The entire world is going to be listening to Jerome Powell at Jackson Hole. It's going to be given a long speech. They're going to be looking for any type of hint or any type of address about taper. The market knows that taper has to happen at some point, right? The market knows that. The markets just don't want to see it happen now. They want to see it happen a little bit later once the Delta variant is no longer a cause of concern, because there's a couple different areas of the world that are having a much bigger or a much tougher time dealing with the Delta variant than we are here in the U.S. You know, don't forget, China just last week, they partially closed the third largest port in the world. Then you have places like Taiwan with a 3% vaccination rate that you have the risk of supply chain disruptions. If factories close down in Taiwan, you've got crazy protests and riots in Australia as Australia is trying to go back and instill, more strict economy lockdowns. There's a lot of other things going on around the world that the markets think might slow down that economic recovery on a global scale. Clive, welcome. Everyone welcome Clive. Johannes, Clive beat you to the punch, man. You let Clive beat you to the punch. Everyone welcome Clive. We've got 23 laptops left. TTG121 coupon code. 23 laptops left. Okay. So the markets want to see that taper occur when Delta variant is no longer a cause of concern for the global reopening. All right. And then when the taper actually does begin, when the taper finally does begin, okay, when that finally begins, the market's going to want to see it happen very slowly. The markets don't want to see us go from 120 billion to zero in 6 months. The markets are going to want to see us go from 120 billion to zero in like 10 months, 12 months. The markets would love that, right? The markets would love that. Imagine decrease it by 10 billion every month, stretch it out for a whole year. The markets would love that. And let me explain to you why the markets are going to love that. The longer the Fed stretches out the taper, this is twofold, okay? This is actually really important. Let's welcome Trevor first, and then we'll get to this. Everyone welcome Trevor. 22 laptops left. Use coupon code TTG121. Okay, these laptops are not going to last, folks. All right, these laptops won't last. Okay, twofold. The reason why the markets want to see the taper extend out, and really, it really is twofold. One, for the obvious reason, for the now, here, today reason, which is liquidity into credit markets and, providing liquidity on treasuries and mortgage-backed securities and providing more and more stimulus and monetary policy and liquidity into the markets. Now, the markets now would love that for obvious reasons right now. But what's not so obvious? The not so obvious reason is the longer the Fed takes to taper to zero, the longer you can push out the chance of a rate hike. The Federal Reserve is not going to raise rates until they have completely finished their taper down to zero, and probably still, once they get down to zero on the taper, a rate hike is still probably months away from when they go down to zero on the taper. And the markets know that. The markets know that the taper comes first, the rate hikes come second. So if the Federal Reserve says we're going to taper and we're going to get to zero in 6 months, versus we're going to taper and we're going to get to zero in 12 months. That's a whole nother 6 months. That's 2 whole quarters that the markets can still breathe and float higher on 0% interest rates on a liquidity-based rally and allow for strong economic recovery and strong earnings growth over the next year once the economy fully reopens for us to continue to push higher. But the shorter the time frame on that taper, the faster that rate hikes start to come into view. It's like the rear view mirror. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. Okay? Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. That's the scenario that we're talking about here right now. Guys, Okay, guys, welcome Marcos. But Marcos, you did not use the coupon code, brother. So you actually just paid $1,990. Marcos, not to worry, my friend. Marcos, because I know you're on this live stream. I saw you commenting before. Marcos, send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. We will make sure to refund you the difference and adjust your membership so that you do not pay $1,990 next year either when your membership renews. This is important because the price you pay today is the price you pay for life. Okay? So when you join True Trading Group, you are locking yourself in at that price. Doesn't matter whatever the price is you pay, that's it. So let's say next year our membership is $2,500. If you pay $1,272 today, when you renew next year, you'll only pay $1,272. Doesn't matter what the price of our membership is next year. You are locking yourself in at that price for life. So Marcos, you just joined and paid $1,990. Don't worry about it. Send an email to info@truetradinggroup.com. You could have just had a typo on the coupon code, or maybe you forgot to hit apply code or whatever. We'll refund you that difference and then make sure that you're locked in at $1,272. And then guys, that's a big deal because like I said, over 80% of our members are successful. So I'm pretty sure when it comes time for your membership to renew, if you're making money, I'm pretty confident you're going to want to renew your membership, right? Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you if you're making money, right? So everyone welcome Marcos. That means we are now down to 21 laptops, okay? TTG 121 coupon code, folks. Make sure you use the coupon code. Don't be like Marcos. I'm just kidding with you, Marcos. I love you, man. Welcome to the family. All right. Okay. So let's shift back. Let's get back to the markets, right? So why did we just talk about all this? It's important for you to understand what's going on. It's important for you to have the global macro 30,000 square foot view of why the markets are moving. Understanding market sentiment is something that I teach all of our TC members, especially those members that trade mid and large caps, because large caps specifically are going to be a lot more tied to overall market direction. Small caps, not so much. Small caps, they're in their own world. You know, some $3 stock comes out with a press release about phase 2 clinical trial data on their breast cancer treatment showed, 95% efficacy. That stock's going to gap up. It's going to fly. Doesn't matter if the market's down 1,000 points that day. That stock's still going to go higher. Okay, but if you're trading something like Facebook, Nvidia, Apple, Disney, Home Depot, Roku, that is going to matter. Tesla, right? That is going to matter. So understanding market sentiment, you don't ever want to be on the wrong side of the market. Meaning, let's say you're trading a large cap and you're long or you're in call options, but yet the market's down 1,000 points. You're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time trading that way. That's why going over this stuff is important. So you can always make sure that you understand what's moving markets so you know if it's bullish, if it's time to be bullish or time to be bearish. Everyone welcome Matt. Matt's the latest and greatest member of the TTG family, guys. Everyone welcome Matt. 20 laptops left now, folks. TTG 121 coupon code. All right, guys, these laptops are flying. I can't even get through my lesson because so many people are joining. These laptops are flying. Guys, you literally have no risk. Has anyone realized that yet? You have no risk. I'm sitting here telling you, if you join True Trading Group, all you need to do is go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend one study group. That's all I'm asking you to do. So if you do that and you don't make back your membership fee, which is $1,272, at least once during your membership, I'll give you all your money back. You have no risk. I'm literally giving you your money back. Okay. Worst case scenario, you join, you get a brand new free laptop that's worth a few $100. You don't make back your money. I send it back to you. You still got a free laptop. That's worst case scenario. Where's your risk? Your risk is potentially never becoming a consistently profitable trader. That's your risk, right? That's your risk. Guys, here's a stat for you, okay? And Adam, my partner and co-founder of the True Trading Group, he is a stickler when it comes to data and stats, all this computer stuff. I don't know what the hell he's talking about half the time, but he loves data, right? Here's the numbers. The numbers don't lie. Of the last 4,500 people that have joined True Trading Group, of the last 4,500, we have only had to refund 100 people. That's 2%. 2%. Of the last 4,500 people, we have had to refund 2%. 2. Those are the numbers. The numbers don't lie because results matter. Right? All right, so let's go back to the charts. Let's go back full screen if we can. All right. Okay. So now let's talk about where we're at here with the markets, because now, okay, I'm going to go to a 15-minute chart just so we can break down some support and some resistance levels for you guys. Okay. We are in a pretty well-defined range now. Okay. We've got a strong, reliable resistance level. And we also have now a reliable support level that puts you into a pretty well-defined channel. Okay. And here, I'll show it to you. Your well-defined resistance is right around 444.50 to 445. Okay. 444.50 to 445. All right. And what you guys see is this resistance and this resistance. And what else is that? It is also, oh, you guys can't see my screen. All right, let's redo this. All right, that better? All good? Okay, cool. All right, so there you guys have it. So, okay, so here's this line. I'll make this line bigger. I'll make this line bigger so you guys can all see it. Okay. I'll make these little circles bigger as well. So I want you guys to be able to see this. I know there's some people that are maybe watching this from your cell phones. Okay. So there you have it. There's your resistance level. That's 445.50 to 445. All right. We're right there right now in the futures market, by the way. The futures market, we're literally right here. We're right there. We're right at it. So once you get above this level, your next resistance is literally the all-time high, which is 447, which is also the gap fill. Okay, that's also the gap fill. Victoria, welcome to the TTG family. Everyone, welcome, Victoria. Guys, I'm telling you, these laptops aren't going to last. We only have 19 left. We only have 19 left. All right. So there's your gap fill. That's why this 445 area is so important, because that's going to be the gap entry until you push up and you have no resistance after that point until you get to the all-time high, which is the gap fill. Folks, if we get above 445, I have to imagine that the markets push through the all-time high ahead of Jerome Powell's speech at Jackson Hole August 26th to the 28th is the Jackson Hole conference or meeting, whatever you want to call it. Okay. There you have it. So tomorrow, what I'm going to be looking for tomorrow is a move to 447. I'm looking for a move to 447. Why? You're beginning to see a plateau in case spikes of the Delta variant here in the US. If the markets are also not so worried now about a taper, I think we're free to move higher. I think earnings have been good enough that as long as the market's not worried about a taper, we're free to move higher. And that sets the stage for Jackson Hole. Now, depending on what Jerome Powell says, now listen, I'll tell you guys all this right now. Hear me very loud and clear. I will not have any position on the SPY or the overall markets or the VIX or anything like that going into the Jackson Hole. I will not. I will not be in call options. I will not be in put options if going into the Jackson Hole, because there's no way for me to predict what Jerome Powell is going to say. So I'm not going to pretend like I can predict what I think he's going to say. I don't think we're ready to taper. I think Jerome Powell is going to say, we're talking about tapering, but we're going to be a little bit more patient. Delta variant, there's some cause for concern around the world. We're going to be a little bit more patient. Maybe we'll talk about it at our September meeting, and maybe we talk about tapering maybe in November. We give a couple of months more for the markets to kind of work themselves through and for Delta variant to work itself through. Benjamin, welcome to the TT family. Everyone, welcome Benjamin. That means we've got 18 laptops left. Okay. 18 laptops left. TTG 121. Okay, TTG 121. All right. Now, that's what I was saying. Okay. The way I'm playing the SPY this week, I'm bullish on the SPY. Okay. I am bullish on the SPY the beginning half of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're bullish. And then the 26th, 27th, that's Thursday, Friday, all bets are off. That we're going to have to determine, what does Jerome Powell say? What's going on with the taper? I'm going to be reactive Thursday, Friday based on things that he says. I'm not going to try to be proactive because there's no way for me to know the words that are going to come out of that man's mouth. I think he's going to remain dovish. I don't think he thinks we're ready to taper just yet. I think we have a couple more months before the taper begins. I think maybe we might taper in November. I think I think that's what's going to happen. I think we taper in November. Maybe in September, we talk about tapering again, and then they set a schedule to begin their first taper in November. That's what I think is maybe going to happen. But again, that's just a guess at that point. Nobody knows what the hell they're going to do or what they're going to say. So I am bullish in the markets. I think we do climb up there, 447, 448, maybe even all-time highs. Monday, Tuesday is what I'm looking for. SPY calls if we get over 445. Tomorrow, if we gap above 445, watch for a pullback into 444.50. A pullback to 444.50 gives you support. That's going to be the gap entry point and this line that's drawn on my screen right now. Julie, welcome. 17 laptops left. TTG 121, folks. Use that coupon code. Only 17 laptops left. We had 27 at the start of the live. I had 50 on Friday. We're down to 17. Okay. There you have it. All right. So I'm looking for tomorrow. If we gap above 445, which is we're right near that right now in the futures. If we gap above that, I'm looking for 444.50 on the SPY to be support. Grabbing call options, I'll probably grab like the 446 strike Friday expiration and try to ride it up to all-time high 447. That's my game plan if we gap above 445. Okay? If we gap above 445. Now, let's talk about the support level you need to keep an eye on. It's 441. And this 441 is actually a very important level. Okay? This 441 is a very important level. Okay? I've got 3 lines drawn across my screen, and I think they are in order of least important, second most important, and most important. I think 441 is the most important level that I have drawn on my screen here. This top level is all-time highs. I don't think that's really that important. I don't think that that was really going to be that big of a wall if the markets get up and test it. 445, I think that that's the gap entry. I think the markets want to push into that gap. But if we break below 441 is a support level you need to keep eyes on. It was resistance all day on the 19th. Okay, on the 19th, 1, 2, 3 different times, we tried to break above it. We're unable to do so. And then on Friday, we gapped above it. Prior to that, you can see previous support level right here on the 17th at 441. So 441 was previously support. We then broke beneath it. It became resistance, and then we gapped above it and pushed higher. This level has not yet been tested. Since it was resistance on the 19th, we have not yet tested the 441 support to prove that it's there. We haven't tested it yet. That's why that level is the most important. And as I zoom this back out even further, you'll notice that this was also previous resistance back here. Okay, this 441 level has been really significant in the price action of the SPY. It has either been resistance or support every single time that level's been tested. You can see resistance. We then tested it, support, and then resistance here yet again. So that's why I think this is the most important level. If you get a pullback to 441, let's say there is no gap up tomorrow. Let's say we do not gap above 445. Let's say we gap down to 442, 441.50. You really want that 441 level to hold. If that 441 level does not hold, then I think it's time to grab put options and watch us move ourselves lower. Essentially what I'm saying to you guys is, as long as the SPY is within 441 support and 445 resistance, I'm not trading it. That's a consolidation channel. I'm not trading it. You probably get up and down, back and forth, zig and zag. I'm not trading it. If the SPY gets over 445, I'm getting in call options. I'm looking for all-time highs. If the SPY gets below 441, I'm getting in put options. I'm looking for us to go down and test the 50-day moving average that sits at around 434, 433. I don't think that's going to happen, though, unless there's more commentary from other Fed members that hints towards Jerome Powell saying we're ready to taper. I think that's the only thing that can move the markets lower at this point is if another Fed member says we're ready to taper. If nobody says a single thing, I think the markets go higher. So that's what I'm going to be looking at there with the SPY. That is my game plan. There you guys have it. That's how I plan on making money this week in the overall markets. And now you have a much better and more thorough understanding of what is going on a global macro scale, what is actually moving markets. So that way you can have your ears open to the right and proper news headlines that could potentially move markets so you can position yourself to profit from them. Just how I explained to you guys how I plan on doing that on the SPY. All right. Great live stream here so far, folks. I love it. I hope you guys got some value from this. It's my goal in every single one of these live streams. What I would like to do here now, that concludes the lessons and the topics of the day. What I'd like to do here now is I'm going to show you guys the TeachD platform. So anyone that's interested, if you guys aren't interested, you can bail. If you're interested, I'm going to show you the TeachD platform now to show you what you get access to as a member of True Trading Group. Okay. Before I do, I'd like to know who here is not a member of True Trading Group, guys. Type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you're not a member of True Trading Group, don't be shy. MME Maestro, Alex Clayman, Deep Springs, KC, Rita, Asefa, Sonic, Gary Minnie, Bob Mantel. Nice, guys. Father Guido, my man. Welcome, bro. Anthony, Curtis. Beautiful, guys. Excellent. Everyone that's typing TTG in chat here right now. The 1-year membership, don't forget, it's normally $2,212, but from now until midnight Pacific, you got a few hours left. You can save 42%, brings the price of that membership all the way down to $1,272. And the next 17 people to use coupon code TeachD121 get themselves a brand new free laptop, totally free, our gift to you for joining the team. And we also do cover the shipping costs, and we do ship globally. Okay. Understand, folks, that when you join True Trading, you're getting access to the top premium trading tools and products when you join. We are a platform. We're not just a trade alert service. We're a platform. Okay. You guys get access to Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed and their Squawk Box feature when you guys join True Trading Group. This is a real-time breaking up to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room that gives you news as soon as it crosses the wire. You cannot rely on a delayed news feed and be an active trader. Yahoo Finance is like 15 minutes delayed. You need to get news as soon as it crosses the wire, just like the pros do, the guys on Wall Street, okay? You know, the computers, the algorithms, they get news as soon as it hits the wire. You should also. I can't tell you guys how much money we have made and saved by getting news as soon as it hits the wire, so we can get ourselves either into or out of certain positions. This is an invaluable service that we have in True Trading Group. This is included free. You do not have to pay extra for it. You also get Quote Streams Full Book Level 2. This is going to show you guys all the market makers inside of Level 2, not just the ones your broker shows you. That's going to also come with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you have learned in the courses. Please use a simulator. Prove you can make money on the sim before you start risking your hard-earned cash. All right, all this stuff is free. You don't pay extra for it. You're also going to get our Trade Ideas scanner, which is going to show you stocks making new highs, new lows, that have a surge in volume. It's broken down between small cap, mid cap, and large cap, whichever is easier for you guys, or whatever it is that you trade, rather, I should say, to make sure that you are always focused on the stocks that give you the best chance to profit. Then you're also going to get TradingView's premium level charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares by active traders today. All of this, yours free. Hey, we got him. Johan, welcome to the TTG family. We now have 16 laptops left. Everyone use coupon code TTG121. You get the 42% discount. We got 16 laptops left, folks. Just 16 laptops left. All right. Just 16 laptops left. All right. So, guys, all these things I'm showing you right now, they're all included with your membership. You do not pay extra for any of them. They're all included when you pay $12.72 for the entire year and get the brand new free laptop and the money back guarantee. You're also going to get a minimum of 10 easy to follow actionable real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders currently sporting well over an 80% win rate. We are fully transparent in chat. All of our moderators are required to load their trade activity to our trading journal every single day. So you guys get to see every buy and every sell that all of our traders make, so you can follow along and see how you would be performing if you were following all of these trade alerts. They're all right there for you to see. All the wins, the losses, the break-evens, they're all on the website for you to see. Okay, we are fully transparent inside of True Trading Group. You're also going to get one small private study group. This is the game changer, guys. This is how you can get that individualized attention from a TTG pro trader moderator. Ask questions, go over lessons and topics, okay, that you are struggling with and that you need help with. Okay, that's the game changer. That's where you guys can really help speed up that learning curve. You guys are going to get 2 of those private study groups per year. Okay, you're going to get 2 of those private study groups. Use them. All right. Then you have all the courses. This is our 17 course curriculum. That is a simplified version of the stuff I learned when I was working at the fund in New York. They have beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, you name it. We've got it, text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. All right. There are no VIP pro courses that cost more money. These are all of our courses you get access to when you join TTG. Okay. Then in addition to the courses, you have a video library that has well over 100 hours of additional educational video content. These are recorded workshops and webinars that the moderators and I have conducted, covering a variety of trading topics like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO. These are just a couple of different topics that we've covered in these live workshops that are in that video library. Over 100 hours. That's in addition to all the courses, guys. And then, of course, the chat room, where you see the screen share. We're on the microphone live talking to you guys. We also have a mobile app that you can see the screen share and be connected to chat and listen to the audio analysis, even if you're not in front of your computer. And you will also get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade through that mobile application. Downloadable on iPhone and Android. Totally free for all of you that are TTG members. Guys, listen up, because we are walking the price of this membership up again till we cross over $2,000. Okay, but that is still ridiculous value. But let me explain how insane of the value you're getting at $1,272. Even at $2,000, it's crazy value. But at $1,272, it's the steal of a lifetime, honestly, because that Benzinga newsfeed, Benzinga charges $1,400 a year for that newsfeed with Squawk Box. Literally. You can get that entire service included free when you join TTG and just pay $1,272. Get the Benzinga newsfeed, which would cost you $1,400 if you bought it directly from Benzinga, and literally everything else that I just showed you. Katharina, welcome. Everyone, welcome, Katharina. We now only have 15 laptops left. I told you guys these laptops are going to fly. Use coupon code TTG121. I told you these laptops are going to fly. All right, we only have 15 laptops left. Then Quote Media with the full book level 2 is $990 a year. The Trade Simulator is $300, and TradingView's premium charts is $600 a year. So just those tools right there, they'd cost you $3,200 a year. They're all free with your membership when you join Trading Group. Guys, our goal is to disrupt this industry. In order to do that, we need to provide insane value and results at a price substantially less than any of our so-called competitors, because results matter. And at the end of the day, our traders and our members are making money. They're becoming better traders. If you don't believe me, watch this. My TTD fam, guys, do me a favor. Type the number 1 in chat right now if you are making money and becoming a better trader because of True Trading Group. Type the number 1 in chat right now. Now, anyone that's not a member, just pay attention to this side of the screen. See how many number 1s are about to come flying through on the screen right now. These are TTG members that are making money and becoming better traders because of TTG. If they can do it, so can you. They found True Trading Group the same way you did, and that is a live stream. And now here they are, typing the number 1, telling you, yes, I am making money. It works. I am learning. I'm a better trader than I was before. And now I'm making money thanks to True Trading Group. You can see all the people that are typing the number 1 in chat here right now. Folks, don't forget, we are 5-star rated on Trustpilot. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go read some of those reviews. Well over 1,300 people have taken time out of their day to read those reviews. Go read them. There's no better referral than one of your peers. Guys, the price comes out at $12.72. It literally comes out to less than a cup of coffee a day. It's like $3.50 a day. You know, my Starbucks cold brew is like $4.50 a day. And guys, don't forget, you got that money back guarantee. If you go through all the courses, if you pass the quizzes, if you attend one private study group, that's it. All you need to do is those 3 things. And if you do not make your membership fee back at least once during your membership, I'll give you all your money back. I will give you a full refund if you don't make that membership fee back at least once. That's $1,272. All you need to do is use coupon code TTG121. Get the 42% discount while the price is still at $12.72. It's a 42% discount, guys. And you're locking that price in for life. The next 15 now, actually, the next 15 people to use that coupon code are going to get a brand new laptop, totally free. We're even going to cover the shipping costs. It's our gift to you for joining the family. And you'll get that money back guarantee. So you've got to weigh the risk reward. Weigh the risk reward. Justin, welcome. 14 laptops left. As I told you, these laptops are going to fly. 14 laptops left. They're going to fly. TTG121 coupon code, guys. Use it. There's only 14 left. But again, weigh the risk reward. Risk. I joined TTG. I get a free laptop. It's this guy, Mike, is totally full of shit. I don't make any money. I ask for a refund. He gives me my money back. I got my $12.72 back. I still have a free laptop. You don't have to give me the laptop back. It's yours. You still get a free laptop. That's the risk. Wow, a free laptop. How horrible. Now, the reward. Joining True Trading Group. Wow, Mike is really telling me the truth. All these people type the number 1. They're all actually serious. Everyone really does give a damn whether I succeed or fail. Everyone's answering my questions. I'm getting the help, the mentorship, the education, and I have access to the tools and a community that's going to help me to learn, trade, and profit. And I'm going to go on and reach financial goals that I never thought were possible working my 9 to 5. And oh yeah, I got a free laptop in the meantime. Weigh that risk reward of those 2 scenarios and you decide what you want to do. I'm here. I'm ready. I will commit to you if you commit to me. That's why I'm offering you the money back guarantee. You just have to use coupon code TTG121. Michael, welcome. We now have 13 of these laptops left. That's it. 13. Guys, go. Seriously, go. Because the laptops are going to be gone probably in the next 15 minutes. Go use coupon code TTG121. Get the discount, get the money back guarantee, get a free laptop, and get your butts in chat tomorrow. tomorrow. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. Later, guys.